Hello everybody, my name is Trent, and today I will be teaching you how to make a player model for Garry's mod in Linux. So let's get started. Firstly, we're gonna wanna make a folder in our home folder of course. Just call it applications. And we're going to leave it there because now we're going to go into the terminal and we're just gonna make sure everything is updated. So let's do sudo app/get update. Let's put our password in. And now let's do sudo app/get upgrade. So now that we got our sudo app upgrade out of the way, we're gonna have to install Blender. Do not download it from the software manager because that is an older version of Blender and we want at least Blender 4.0. So let's search Blender, download. Let's go into here, download Blender. And whilst we wait for this to finish downloading, we can also install Blender source tools. Blender source tools. We go onto here. We press download. And we see that we already downloaded it. Let's just wait for Blender to finish. And there we go. Let's close this. Let's close this as well. Let's open a new folder. Sorry, let's open a new file manager. I'm gonna delete this. And here we have our files. We're going to right click, cut. Let's paste it onto our applications folder. Let's just, there we go. Let me extract Blender. There we go. We can just delete this now. And now let's make another folder here. Let's call it add-ons. And let's just cut this out. Let's put it on the add-ons folder. We don't need to extract this. Now we can just open Blender. Let's press continue. And let's press general. And now we're gonna want to go onto edit, preferences. We're gonna go onto add-ons. We're gonna click here, install from disk, applications, Blender, add-ons, Blender source tools. And there we go. We should see here, yeah, on the export, we will see source engine. And that's all we need to do for now on Blender. So let's close this. And now we need to install Wine. For this, we can actually use the software manager. Let's wait a bit. Let's search for Wine. We need to download the one that says Wine, Wine Tricks, and wine.bnfmt. Sorry. So let's download this. Let's put our password. Now that we got Wine, we can go ahead and install Wine Tricks. There we go. Now we can install win/vinfmt. There we go. And now we're gonna want to download VTFE tools. All of these web pages should work, I believe. So let's download the zip version. There we go. Let's close out of this. And let's extract this to our applications folder. Oh, sorry, wrong button. Well, just gonna cut this. Now we're gonna paste it here, no problem. But before we run the application, we actually need to go onto Wine Tricks and we're going to install .NET 3, 4, and 4.8. Let's press no. Okay. Let's install a Windows DLL or component. Okay. Let's wait a bit. And now let's scroll down all the way till we see this. And let's select MS.NET 3.0. Let's select OK. Let's select OK. And let's wait for a bit. Oh, sorry. Version 3.0 does not work. I am quite sorry for this. But we can actually install Windows, MS.NET version 4, which should work as well. And now let's install Microsoft.NET 4.8. Already selected that. Yes. So now that we got all of this installed, we can actually just quit, press cancel, and we can actually go into VTFE edit, select the 86 version, right click this, open with another application, type wine, put set as default, let's press OK, and we can see that we can actually run BTF edit, which is great. And now that we got that out of the way, let's go on to installing Crowbar. To install Crowbar, we're just going to download it from here. Let's download. Let's extract it to the same folder we've been extracting everything else. Of course, the applications one. Let's paste this, extract. It'll be just an exe file. I'm gonna make a folder. Let's put this in there. Let's delete this. And now we're gonna go onto Steam. Let's just open our library. And let's press add a game. Add a non-Steam game. Let's select browse. Home, applications, Crowbar. I'll select this. Add selected programs. We will see it here on installed programs. We will just select properties, compatibility, force the use of a specific Steam Play compatibility tool. I'll select Proton 9.0/4 and let's press play. It'll download a few things. And there we go. Crowbar is now running. But we're not actually done here, because we need to set up Garry's mod for this. And to do this, we're gonna have to download the Windows version of Garry's mod. For that, we're gonna go onto properties, compatibility, force the use of a specific Steam Play compatibility tool, and let's press Proton 9. Let's select update. Let's wait. And what this will do is it'll download the Windows version of Garry's mod. Now that that's downloaded, let's select Properties, Manage, Browse Local Files, and we'll get onto this place here. We're going to copy this. We're going to paste it into our desktop. There we go. Let's wait a bit for the operation to finish. And there we go. Now if you wanna, you can just go back and delete this so that you'll get the Linux version back. Now back on Crowbar, we can press play, wait a bit till it launches, and now we're going to set up games. Select this. Let's scroll down till we find Garry's mod. Here it is. And we're going to check Browse, My Computer, C drive, Home, Strength. In this case, it will be your name, Garry's mod, and gmod. Now we have that. And let's actually change this by just copying this and pasting it here, and also pasting it here, and here. Make sure to not accidentally delete part of the folder structure, or else it won't work. So now we got that, and now we can just close it up. And now that we got Crowbar installed, we're just gonna have to install GM Publisher, and then we can actually get on with this. Now, GM Publisher is quite easy to install in most Linux distributions. You just go to the GitHub page and download it, but I'm using Linux Mint, and a few Ubuntu-based distros, such as Ubuntu itself or also PopOS, for example, have trouble with this. To actually install GM Publisher, we're gonna have to do a few more things. Firstly, we're gonna go into the terminal. Oh, wait, sorry. My computer lagged there for a moment. We're gonna go into the terminal. Let's give it a moment. And now we're first gonna do a sudo nano /etc/apt/sources.list. Put out your password there. I think I wrote it wrong. There we go. And now here you wanna write dev http .ubuntu shami main. There we go. Just save an exit. To do that, we just press Ctrl S and Ctrl X. And now we're gonna do a sudo apt/get update to make sure it's all right. There we go. And now we're gonna have to go ahead and install Tori. To do this, we're gonna have to install Tori and node.js. So I'm just gonna go and actually search for installing GM Publisher on Ubuntu. We're gonna follow this tutorial, which again I'm gonna have to thank Shalalu. I don't know if I pronounced their name right. I'm sorry if I didn't. But we're just going to go here and we're going to copy this, paste it onto our browser. And we're going to copy this, paste it here, and then we're just going to wait for this to finish. We're just going to say yes. And now we're going to just go here and install this. Copy the clipboard and just paste it. There we go. And now we can actually just go ahead and download this. There we go. And we're going to extract it to our applications folder. There we go. And now if we run this command, we should be able to run it. There we go. And here we got gm publisher. Now that we got everything installed properly, we can actually go ahead and start modeling. Which this is going to require a few more things. Also, I must remind all of you that if sometimes in certain distributions this won't work directly, you'll have to do another command. It's right here. But other than that, it should work. So let's close out of all of this. And now we can actually start working on getting our models onto gmod. So the first step, of course, is going to be either downloading or making a 3D model. In this case, I've already made one. And the second step is just going to go onto our workshop for Garry's mod, of course. And we're just going to want to search for a player model. Just search one you like. I already got one. It's this one. This one here. And now that we got it installed, just to install it, just click subscribe. And we can go back onto this. We're gonna have to run the command again. If you wanna have a gm publisher with the whole not having to run a command and just have a little icon to run it, it's not complicated. You just have to follow the rest of the tutorial here. Just follow this area and you'll get an icon. Just gonna have to copy this, paste it here, just to open gm publisher again. Yet again, thanks to a Shaladu. So now we're going to go onto installed add-ons, search for our add-on that we want to extract, and we're going to select this button here, extract. Let's search browse, and let's make another folder called, let's say, Garry model. Yeah, let's call extracted, and it's extracted here. There we go. Now we got all of our extracted model. Now we need to go onto Crowbar to decompile the model. Select play, wait a little bit, and we're going to select decompile. Let's search browse. Let's go onto my computer, C, home, your name, desktop, Garry's model, extracted, models, in this case Parappa, onionmaster.mdl. Let's open it. And our work folder is just where we're gonna have to output this. So let's say onto desktop, C, home, your name, desktop, Garry model. I should actually make a folder for the decompilation. So let's do that. Decomp, browse, my computer, C, home, your name, desktop, Garry model, decomp, select that, and let's just press decompile. I believe we are done. Yeah. And here we'll have our little files. Now we can actually go ahead and get into Blender. Just gonna go back here, applications, Blender, Blender. Here we go. we're actually not going to import the cube to source because I've already made a little model. If it'll care to load, oh, it crashed the, oh. Oh, but that's wonderful, isn't it? It just crashes. Well, I'm back after some, well, unforeseen consequences. We're back into Blender, and now we have our model over here. So before we actually import anything onto here, we're gonna wanna make sure of a few things. Firstly, let's just select everything, and let's just select Object, Convert, and let's convert to Mesh to eliminate all the modifiers. Just do that. There we go. And in a moment, we're gonna want this to be in an A pose because T-poses don't really work with the source engine, at least not in the way in which we are going to do it. Doesn't really matter right now. We're going to just leave it here. I'm going to press File, Import, Source Engine. We're gonna hit Garry's model, decomp, and onionmaster.smd. Here we are. As we can see, we got our model here. Now we can actually just select the mesh and delete it. We don't need it. And as you can see, our model is not really decentered, and it's also not really in the correct direction. So we need to fix that, which is going to be quite simple. Just select everything and let's rotate it. Actually, before we rotate it, to make sure it's properly centered, let's put wait, where is it? Let's just make everything to set origin. There we go. 3D cursor. Oh, I got the 3D cursor in incorrect, absolutely incorrect place. Where is it for modifying the 3D cursor? Here it is. 0, 0, 0. Set origin to 3D cursor. There we go. Now you can just rotate Z to 70, and we got him centered and properly aligned. Let's just move him up a little bit till his feet are just barely touching the red line. There we go. I think that's good enough. Right click again, set origin to 3D cursor, and let's scale it up. Let's scale it up a bit till it gets to the size of the skeleton. That's gonna work just fine. Now, I'm going to save this. I should have saved as incrementally, but oh well. Doesn't matter right now. I'm just going to ignore the artifacts we're getting. Don't really matter right now. Because right now what we want to do is actually rig this. So to begin with, we're gonna want to align the skeleton and the player model. I think it's a little bit too much forward, so I'm just gonna do this and just, yeah, that seems better. And now I'm just gonna go into edit mode. As you can see here, we can modify it. And what you want to do is just change around a few things till it gets good enough. If you want to move two things at the same time, you can use the mirror modifier, but that usually doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work. Just select the two of them and press scale. Then the axis you want to move it in this case it will be X. Just do that. That works as well. And now for the arms, of course, you're gonna want to make it have a pose. In this case, I had a mirror modifier which I applied, so I'm just gonna delete half of the model and press wireframe, select everything, just delete it. There we go, not much of a problem. And then I can just rotate this, set origin to origin of geometry. That's the wrong origin. Let's just, that works. That's fine. That works just fine. There we go. We've got a model in a nice T-pose. So I'm just gonna add a mirror modifier here. Make it in the Y direction. Press that. There we go. Now we got our A posing model. We will wanna just make it a bit there. I'm gonna shorten it a little bit towards the end. I want to make the torso a little bit bigger. Set the origin again to the center of mass. A bit bigger. Just like a tiny bit bigger. I think that looks good enough. Maybe a little bit smaller. There we go. That looks fine. So now I'm going to save incremental. Always save incremental with this, so you don't accidentally destroy everything and just don't have the ability to go back. So now we're just gonna go ahead and we're going to join all of the head parts together. I don't want to choose the neck, so I'm just gonna do it like that. Yep. Control J. Oh. Control J. There we go. And now the head is properly modified. Oh, ignore that. We're gonna go on to edit mode, select everything, and just make sure that we don't have any bad vertices. There we go. So it all should be fine. And I think that's good enough for the model. Actually no, I wanna move the parts of this a little bit, so just edit. Just wanna scale X a little bit, just a tiny little bit, and move it down. Scale X a little bit, scale X. There we go. You can also edit the bones position after the weight painting, but I'd rather do it here. There we go, I think that's going to be just good enough. Yeah. Maybe the feet should be a little higher. There we go. So now the next step is just going to be, again, apply this. There we go. Now we're just going to select all of the mesh. And then with Shift, we're going to select the skeleton. And then we're going to parent it with Ctrl P. With automatic weights. There we go. We can check it out in pose mode, see how well it did. And as you can see, it's not really doing great. And this will vary a lot from model to model. As you can see, this should not be happening. but it can be fixed. Firstly, select the skeleton, which we already do here, but let me select it again. Let's select the skeleton, and then let's, with shift, let's select which mesh we want to modify the weights for. In this case, let's say I want to modify the head, and then we go on to weight paint, and by pressing shift and control plus the left mouse button, we can select certain parts of the skeleton, and we can see how it's all painted. We can see here that some parts are more blue or red than others. Blue means that there's no influence, and red means that there's a lot of influence, like the maximum influence. And every color in between means that there's a little bit or a little bit more influence. And we're just gonna go through everything and see here. We have to just, in this case, to subtract, we have to press Ctrl and then left click, and we can just paint it blue. There we go. Or if we want to add, we can just right click. There we go. In this case, I have the mirror modifier, which I don't need, so I'm just gonna power it off. And now I'm gonna do the weight painting and see what I can do. Okay, so now that we got our model fully weighted, we're gonna have to export it. Before that though, I did forget to mention that all of your textures should be like this. Just the base texture with just an image. And now we have to do a few things before exporting. Firstly, let's rename the collection to our name we want to give this character. Let's call it hi. Let's hi do. There we go. And just call this hi do. Let's just hi do skeleton. There we go. Now we can actually just join all of these pieces together. Actually, before that, I'm gonna make an incremental save, because you never know. Now we can join this with Ctrl Shape. There we go. It's all looking great. We can go and select this and then the skeleton. We can go over here, go to Search Engine Export. Now we have to check two things. Firstly, we want to export as SMD. And secondly, we want to change our engine path to the same path we used for the crowbar. So just desktop, Garry's mod, and bin. There we go, accept. That's great. And now we want to export it somewhere, so let's just go onto desktop, Garry's mod, sorry, export, Garry model, and let's just say, I do like that. There we go. Now we can export it as hido.smd, and there we go. We exported that. Now we can go here and check it out, and here it is. Now we need to do a few more things before we can just put it in crowbar, which is gonna be going onto our decomp. And we're gonna copy all of this. we don't want to copy the onion master.smd, or well, you depending on which item you got from the workshop, this won't always be onion master, of course, but you want to download the one that it's basically name/physics, name.qc, and name/animes. So let's go onto hido, let's put it here, and we're going to want to rename all of this. Let me rename this to hido, name this to hido. Oh, that's a few extra characters. Oh, of course I forgot. Okay. I forgot to I did a bit of a mistake there. Normal. Let's just go into here. Rename. There we go. And now we're going to change this as well. And now we have to modify the name over here as well. This model specifically puts a few things in a Parappa folder, which you can just remove that and remove every mention to that, but I don't feel like doing that now. So I'm just gonna search for onion master. Actually, you have to tools search. I don't know if this has the replace functionality. That would be kind of funny and a bit annoying. We don't have the replace functionality, or do we? Yes, we do. Okay, we're gonna search for onion master, and we're going to replace it with the name of our character, or well, whatever we call the collection here, whatever we exported, and let's just replace all. There we go. That seems to work just fine. Saved it. Now we're gonna exit. I have this. Great. Now we're gonna have to open up Steam, if we didn't already have it open. And we're going to open up Crowbar. Now that we are here, we're going to go onto the Compile tab. We're going to select File. We're going to Browse, My Computer, C, Home, Your Name, Desktop. And then we're just basically going to go to wherever you save this, and we're going to select the .qc file. There we go. Change this to Garry's mod. Where is it? Here it is. And now we can just compile it. There we go. Let's browse this. Let's go into view and browse, so we can actually see if our model compiled properly. Let's hope it did. Oh wait, oops. That was not, I forgot to say, you have to put subfolder of QC input. Sorry. Let's compile again. I got very confused for a moment. Sorry for that. Desktop, Garry's model, hido, compiled, models, Parappa, hido. Let's view. Oh, of course, yet again, we have to change it to Garry's mod. Let's view. Here it is. Here we see our model. You can actually just, if you don't like how it's looking, for example here, I feel like the legs are for some reason very close together. We can actually just modify that. It's not too hard. Let's just recompile this. To do that, we're just gonna go back into Blender. I'm going to edit this. I'm going to make it usually when it's a little bit of the inverse, if something is too close to each other, you have to make the skeleton closer. So let's do that. Yep, just that should work. Let's export again. Oh, sorry. We have to select the mesh and then the skeleton again. And then we export. I do. And it will have replaced that, so we can actually compile again. Press view. And yeah, that's looking better. I could keep on modifying things till it looks a little bit better, but I don't feel like doing that now. So we're just going to leave that V, and now we have to give it the textures, and then we can package it, and we're going to be done. So now let's go back onto our extracted folder, and let's get our models and our Lua folders. Let's copy that and let's paste it onto here. Oh, wrong folders. Sorry, extracted. We're gonna want our materials and folders. We don't want that accidentally. Yep. Replace. There we go. We have to change the name here as well. I do. Let's check here. We have again another name that we have to change. I do. .mdl. And then I do. Okay. So now materials, we have this. We don't need this. Let's just delete it. And we're going to go here and we're going to check the name of our material for a bit. Let's go onto here. Blender file, materials, and we see that our material is called just material. Very simple. At least the material we were using is called material. This is just things we imported. So now we have to go to our texture file. We're going to copy it, paste it. Let's just put it here, and let's rename it to material. And we're going to go onto VTF edit, applications, VTF edit, x86, VTF edit. We're going to wait for it to open. Now we have to do a few more things. We're going to import Garry's model, do material.png. This is all correct. Let's select OK. And now we have to do two things. First, we're going to save it. Gonna go onto Garry model, do, compiled, materials, models, parappa, and it's just called material. Make sure it's the same name with no misspellings. Here we go. Now we have to do our VMT file, which we're gonna go to create VMT file, options. Yeah, we're going to options, vertex leaked generic, and let's uncheck translucent, and let's go to create Garry model, do, compiled, materials, models, parappa, material. There we go. So that should be it for the most part. Now we're also gonna need, before we package it, we're going to need 512 times 512 image. So just so GM Publisher can actually package it, which I guess we can just kind of just grab this. Yeah, we can maybe use this. Let's just save it. Yeah. I actually don't think I have any tool to just kind of. That's a bummer. I don't even have GIMP, I think. Yeah. Well, you know, actually, let's just go onto drawing. Yeah, drawing. Let's make a new file, new blank image. This is fine. Okay, this is fine. We're gonna make like a smiley face. Beautiful art, quite frankly. Let's just, yeah, we don't need a title. This piece of art speaks for itself, I believe. Yeah, let's actually just 512, 512. Yeah, let's just actually make something a little bit better, of course. It's a smiley face, but with glasses, because the character, it has glasses, guys. Look, we even got the ears in. This is great, quite frankly. This is wonderful. It's just untitled one. We need one. Yeah. I don't know why I'm here. Anyways, let's go into GM Publisher. Which to do so, I haven't actually properly installed it, so I have to go back to the page and copy. So, I accidentally, that's not the correct one. Here it is. I'm just gonna copy this, paste it here. There we go, we're in GM Publisher. And now that we are actually in GM Publisher, we can just actually make our add-on, finally, right? So now let's just let's select firstly our wonderful image, quite frankly, untitled. Yeah, this is great. We have to select a path for the add-on, so we're gonna go to here, Garry model, I do, compiled, select, type is going to be a model, tag, which is it's fun, it's roleplay, it's scenic, quite frankly. And you might see that you can't write, well, you can write one, but you have to select all. There's a workaround around here. You just go into your browser or any text editor, just hi do, and just copy, just select all, Ctrl V, and there we go. Easy as that. Publish. We're uploading our preview file, and we won't see it because it's usually privated by default. So now we can actually finally close Blender. We're going to save incremental, and we can close Blender. Oh, we got the terminal running, of course. And then we can just close this, and we can check if we did it properly. If we did it all properly, we should actually get everything looking great. I think I might have accidentally done something wrong, and if I did, I will tell you. Now let's just wait to get onto gmod. I think I forgot to put the Linux version, did I? Oh no, I didn't. You know what? Okay. Let's just skip this. We're just going to go straight into the game. Hope and pray that it doesn't crash. And it didn't. Add-ons. And then we will go to our uploads. My uploads, we'll say. Let's just install another, quite frankly, wonderful looking image there. Let's wait there for a bit. And I'm actually going to disable this one because it actually, I think it has the same name. I'm actually going to go as far as to uninstall it. There we go. Just in case, you never know. I'm gonna disable this one, just in case, again. I think sometimes this just gets kind of stuck for some reason. Usually just get onto the game and it somehow manages to load in the millisecond you just get into the game. I don't know how. It's the same as when you load a page. Yeah. We got Markiplier. I forgot we had that. Well, that's definitely something. It's still downloading. Okay. There, it failed to install. Okay, if it does that, just what? No, god damn it. Well, sometimes Garry's mod is a little bit, well, how do you say it? Shanky, right? So, you know, we're just going to exit out and come back into the game and see what happened. There we go. I have no idea why that happened, but you know, sometimes things just don't want to work properly, and you have to deal with that. There we go. It's all working now. I hope. Because if it doesn't, I'm going to cry. There we go, we can move, player model. And here we see our model. Look at him. We can just put a camera. That's the rope. Let's go onto here. Camera. Yep. Okay. Lock that down there. And I forgot I have to kill myself too. Okay, so luckily we got this. That works. And now we're actually the correct model. Will you look at that? And we can just now run around, do stuff. And you can actually use this in servers. It works quite well. So anyways, that's it for this tutorial. I hope you have a great time watching this. I had a blast making it, so anyways, I'll be seeing you. Bye bye.